Back with another video. I got something special for you guys, and it's, this whole God mode path has really been profound. It's hard to put it into words, but the best way I can describe it is truly, truly loving yourself, man. Coming to realize that you are unconditional love, man, and just out here in nature, really just vibing. Taking some time to really get some solace with the spirit, and I felt called to really just kind of go live, let it flow off the top, and to really let you guys know, man, everything's happening for you. It's really funny sometimes because everything always happens for you. No matter what it is, no matter what you feel like you're going through, I'm starting to see the paradox in all of this. I'm starting to really see that it's all here to lead you back to yourself. It's kind of the analogy, man. There's many streams, but it's all headed towards the same ocean. That source, that sense of self-gnosis, really, really remembering who you are. And for the first time in my life, you guys, while you're on God mode, man, you're going to start to feel just this naturalness. You're going to feel this renewal, this sense of resurrection, this sense of rebirth, to where you really appreciate yourself now, at the deepest layers, the deepest levels. It's really the paradox. You have days where you kind of feel down. You kind of have the breakdown moment, but that's part of the build up. And something that I was starting to really realize is keeping your own company, walking with God, walking on this path and this purification that's happening. And I feel the pain has always led to the purification. Notice it. Where you're really starting to really appreciate yourself now. You're starting to really love yourself now. All those old insecurities, anxieties, depressions, the fears, it's like God mode is just pulverizing that. And we're stepping back in our natural state. So I want you guys to know, man, you're not alone on this path. Whatever you may be going through, realize it's happening for you. And that sense of overall authenticity has always been an intention of mine, to just be able to really express, be able to really put myself out there and serve a purpose much higher than myself. And I'm grateful for all of you guys that have tuned into this channel, and to realize that, man, Father, use thee as thy peace. It was always bigger than just this little me. It was always bigger than just this little I. But it was seeing the divine in disguise, and seeing the blessing, and seeing the lesson, seeing that everything was really happening for you. I was never doing this for likes or followers. It was really to build a community. It was to build a sense of, family, to build a sense of, unity, coming back to our natural state. But that's something that I can tell you is the longer I've been retaining, and it's a lifestyle. It's where, when I first started seeing retention, we were counting the days, we were going through, you transcend that level. To where now this is just your natural state. And you can really sit with yourself in this kind of deep contemplative vibe, where you're kind of just sitting down and you're taking it all in. You're taking this present moment in, man. And I want to share some of the realizations, epiphanies, and just breakthrough. This is going to happen when you start to retain, when you really start to go full God mode in your discipline. It becomes second hand. It becomes second nature, Discipline is the highest form of self-love. Let's take a seat and just chill. Let's chill with you guys, man. There's mosquitoes out here a little bit, but hey, it's all good. Glad I could be going live. But it's just coming to the truth of reality, coming to the truth of yourself, and seeing everything it's all God. It's this weird perspective that I had where I was really just looking around. I was like, damn, it's really all God. Not on some like hippie weird shit. But all this straining, it's kind of like that Tao, Tao Te Ching. You stop straining so much. You're kind of just flowing with the self. And a lot of times we know our names, but do we know ourselves? So that's the main thing that I'm excited for you guys to experience on this, is like you just feel this like source of life. The longer that you go, you let go of all these attachments. You let go of control. Is one thing that I've started to notice, is just letting everything flow naturally, not trying to be perfect, but really being real. You're not so hesitant anymore. You're able to put yourself out there. You're able to express. You're able to have that natural sense of confidence. And the funny thing is I was just, you start to hear God. It's really weird, guys. I know it sounds a little crazy, but I'm like, you're starting to hear the spirit, like really speaking to you, like through your intuition, through your gut, within you. You feel that. Because God's source, it's all within your consciousness. That's where that came from. What you think you're without is really within. I want to be on this platform to let God, let the spirit, man, let the mighty I am presence just speak through me. That's why before I got, just get out the way, you know, get this I out of the way and really transcend that. That's been my heart's desire, is for all of us to really just see the beauty that's constantly surrounding us. Taking off this mask, you know, taking off this false image. You know, all the spiritual warfare, all these different things. I mean, it's led us to this point. It's led us to this rebirth. It's led us to really coming to grips with what is in this present moment. And the present is a presence in itself. So just know whatever it is you're going through, I'm doing this because I want to kind of build a family, build a community of all of us with this frequency right now. With all of us kind of excelling and evolving rapidly with this energy and having each other's backs. Because I know how it can feel. Feeling like you're kind of awake in this modern society where you just kind of seem like you don't fit in. That's something that I experienced. It's like, damn, gotta get to my tribe. I've gotta put that intention out there, put that energy out there to make that transpire. So remember, what you think you're without is really within. What you see in me is what you see in yourself. If you don't see that by now, there is no separation. There is no separation. It's like there's different spices, you know. Imagine the cosmic pot. You put your spice in, I put my spice, and we mix it all up. I'm just one of those type of souls where we sit back and we just deeply contemplate. We go into that self-inquiry, man. We go into that deep introspection, just on the nature of reality, you know, consciousness, this existence, and just how mysteriously beautiful it all is. Even the so-called negatives, you know, the hard times, the trials, the challenges, see the paradox in that. That's what I noticed. I kind of give you guys a little bit of my story of what I've been kind of experiencing. Feeling like I lost everything. It was only when I lost it all I found myself. It was only when it looked like my world was flipped upside down, because that's kind of what happened in this whole God mode path, man. Like facing some real deep, dark shit, like going to the deepest depths into that unconscious and facing it. But when we're able to face it, this is how this energy starts to really move through us and purify us, the pathway of surrender. You know, you're letting go of control. You're letting go of the need to be someone else. And it's just funny. I feel like it's almost like the secret of life is really just loving ourselves, man. Seeing that we're all connected, seeing that this is all interconnected, and that we're here for each other on this path. So those of you who are returning, man, I'm telling you, keep going. It's worth. This shit is seriously, it's powerful. It renews your mind. It renews your soul. You start to see things a lot clearer, man. There's more energy, more confidence. You just feel you're just flowing with life now. You're not fighting life. You realize you are life as that pure consciousness, and you start to really tune in. You know, something that this made me face, you know, God mode, it's made me face a lot of things, such as my old insecurities, you know, different type of doubts, traumas, everything. It's like it just purged it. It just all came to the surface. But we acknowledge it, we let it come up, we acknowledge it, we feel it, and then we release it. That's why I feel like letting go is so powerful. And nature is everything. It really is, to me at least. How it's been on my path, it's kind of like God, nature. It's been a way to connect. Notice nature does not rush, but everything comes perfectly. That's why I'm telling you guys, whatever it is you're going through, it's all transpiring for your highest good. I don't say this stuff, you know, to just, you know, I'm just letting it flow. Everything is transpiring for your highest good, no matter what it is you're dealing with, no matter what season you're in right now, what phase, what chapter. Man, this is just one page in your book. It's a single chapter, man, and the cool part is you get to write it. And I was recently faced with this deep thing of, you know, this perfectionist shit, that I've got to, you know, hold this image. It's like the mask just finally drops, and once you have the courage to really shed that mask, you no longer have to really wear it. So as long as you stay authentic, you're already winning. Everything's already inside of you. I'm starting to kind of detach, but at the same time become fully one with all of this. It's like once the dreamer wakes up in the dream, one becomes lucid because you see it's really all consciousness. Hear this bar, man. It's like be there frequently and you'll be there experientially, meaning that it's already within you. But God mode is truly a gift. It's a gift to us. Fully eradicating lust to where it's not even in your mind no more. You don't have like weird perverted little thoughts, all those type of things. You just kind of shed that cardinal type of desire. So I want you guys to realize, man, master your attention and you'll master your energy. You don't have to focus on the dumb stuff. It's really paradoxical. It's the irony of it. It's hilarious, man. Everyone is focused on what they don't want. You know, we're focused on what we don't have. And I feel like that's what it came to. Not having the car, not having the place, but I feel full of joy. I feel full of peace right now. We are being filled with the Spirit. And that's what God was telling me. While my old ego self was like, oh, look at them, they have this, oh, they have that. Do you see the gift in that, though? Do you see that everything is already inside of you? It always was you. I feel like that's a book that I'm supposed to write. It's always you, don't you see? To just recognize you're here to create. You have a purpose, you have a vision, you have some sort of passion, you have something to look forward to on God mode. God's going to speak through you. You're going to be a vessel where we are cleaning the pipes of that cosmic flute where you're going to be played beautifully. And it's like if we can win it from within, we can win it from without, because it's all a mirror, right? So you can't struggle to love yourself once you realize your unconditional love itself. This is really the nature of the higher mind, I feel like. Is these conversations we have, you know, with our higher self, with spirit, God, source, creator, whatever you want to call it. This divine intelligence that we are, it speaks to us very clearly. And it's like once we drop out of our head, we get out of the ego. And dude, you're just fucking free. You realize freedom is your natural state. You're no longer thinking about who's looking at you a certain way, you know, being judged, all these other old things. You're really just letting all that go too. So see how letting go is powerful. Kind of an analogy that I came up with. It's like the reverse syringe. Notice the poison that such as lust, man, we've injected that into ourselves. You can extract that syringe and pull the poison out. So it's just kind of that knowing the self is meditation, really entering that flow state. Seeing how simple it is to really be authentic, guys. It's funny. It's hilarious. It's only the ego. It's only the EMI, the false self, you know, that's tripping about this, tripping about that, stressing about this, chasing over here, chasing over there. When, man, the universe is just laughing at all of us, seeing that it's all within you. I feel like God puts these challenges we give ourselves, knowing you're an indirect fractal of God. You know, there's no separation. God is a piece of you, and you're a piece of it. Just breathing. You'll find yourself on God mode as becoming more present, to where like you're fully here. And if you're not here, where are you? If you're not in the present moment, where are you? It's like take out of your mind, drop out of your mind. Catch this. No mind, no problem. Feel that. No mind, no problem, no body, no limit. What this indicates is once we stop identifying solely with the body and seeing ourselves as pure consciousness, really just remembering who we are. Everything just flows from there. You just keep your intentions pure and trust the process. You know that everything's happening for you. You know there's nothing really missing. You don't have such this pressure on yourself to these false expectations. Really just be you. Express yourself. Let God speak through you. That's why I make these momentarily pauses to see what comes through. So it's funny, you know, the way to heaven seems like hell, and the way to hell seems like heaven. But when you can transcend that old identity, you realize it's not fixed. It's like consciousness is malleable. What you really are is malleable. You can reshape it, recreate it, remold it, reinvent it at any moment, any time, just with that simple intention. So yeah, you are chosen, man. A lot of times the world wants to trick you out like, oh, you're just this little average Joe, you know, walking around, this little pipsqueak, this little bag of flesh, you know, just running around here. You see through the illusion of separation. And that shit is really profound. You see through the illusion of separation and realize it's really all one thing. So what I've experienced on God mode thus far is discipline, and discipline is really freedom. Every time you show up for yourself, every time, you know, your mind is fucking with you, you don't feel like doing it, but you push through. I feel like that's the divine masculinity we're stepping into. Rising with that challenge, rising with the resilience, rising against different obstacles and adversity. It's like you'll start to see that you placed that there. Like your higher self puts these things for you to really use as a freaking slingshot, as a catapult. I don't feel so lonely anymore, guys. I used to be on that shit where I'm like, I'm just alone. No. Those vital nutrients are starting to flow back into you. Like, never that I realized how much of a demon lust really was, man. Like, geez, that shit, it brings you back to life. It is literally the Christ resurrection happening inside of you. And when you see, you know, the cross, that it's all metaphors. It's really metaphorical to just our path, our journey, what it means to wake up, what it truly means to kind of awaken in this game. It's crazy. It's scary, it's beautiful, you go through all these ranges of different emotions and stuff. And that's the cool part about this human experience is that you get to feel you get to gain the clarity and the contrast. You get to know what you want by experiencing what you don't want. We had to go through the opposite end. We had to experience and realize that alchemical process to where, like, dude, you can heal in the same place that broke you. You can bring heaven into hell. And the cool part is it's all within. How trippy is this sound? Let me trip you out a little bit. This is all happening within our consciousness. So this came from somewhere, man. Once the dreamer wakes up in the dream, one becomes lucid. Because you're everything and everything's within you. As you retain, as you stay on this path, your consciousness is going to expand. Your frequency is going to raise, which means everything that we were putting under the carpet is kind of being pulled out in front of us. And that's what I'm saying. Once you face it, you can make it. There's not this like push or this pull. It's really just this effortless type of flow. It reminds me of the Tao Te Ching almost. I've noticed that being in public is easier. Being around it because you realize there is no others, quote unquote. We're all just expressions of that I am. That piece of divine, you know, your spice is unique. This is what happens. I was really at the gym earlier and I just started like almost, someone said like, dude, you sound like a fucking prophet or something. This is what happens when you really stay on this path. I was just speaking life into people. Like, this is what's going to happen. God is going to use you and you're going to be a voice piece. You're going to literally bring, where there was once a death, you're going to bring life. Where there was once fucking lack, you're going to bring abundance. Where there was weakness, you're going to bring strength. And it's not being so like a slave to your body, man. Being such a slave to like, because I'm not going to lie, I was really facing death. Like, dude, yes, it was rough. It was rough as shit. I could barely, I don't know what the hell was happening, but you go through these purge moments. You know what I'm talking about? Where you like feel like you're going through hell, like you're dying, like everything's flipped upside down. And then you wake up and you come up from underwater and you're like, and everything is just more clear. So the pain leads to the purification. Don't resist it. Don't fight it. Feel it. Sit with it. Be with it. And you'll just release it. This is the cool part about nature when we're out here. It's a clean, it's a real clean, pure frequency that nature carries. So we're coming back to the natural laws. We're coming back to, that's one of my main passions, man, is holistic healing. Putting people on of how to be, you know, healing themselves, realizing that inner master within you, realizing that inner magician within you. The breath of the spirit, the breath of life. I'm getting to a point right now to where I'm not even really seeking to judge, because once you see yourself and others, what harm can you really do? I don't feel the need to really judge anyone anymore, whether they're low frequency. I've been through that phase in this whole path. They're low frequency, oh, they're this. It's like we're all just mirrors to each other. It's all just reflections. So we're mirrors to each other. That's what I'm saying. What you see in me is what you see in yourself. What they see in you, we're just mirroring aspects of each other. This like intrinsic connectedness of it. Like we're kind of like blind spots. We shine light on different aspects that have been kind of hidden, and we bring that to the surface, and then we're able to kind of integrate and work with it. So just realize the strength is within you. You guys are a lot more stronger than you know. That's why the devil plays with your mind, because God is in your heart. None of this shit really starts to phase you like it used to. I feel a decrease in stress, a decrease in, reactivity. So now I'm really just like talking to God like, yo, what's up? Use me. Let's add some value. Let's spread the freaking word. Let's spread the spirit and just light this bitch up. That's what I felt. 144 over, so especially in this, it can resonate with anyone, but wherever you find yourself right now, see where you can bring light in that place. Notice the work you're doing internally in yourself, that inner work. You're lighting up the whole place around you. You're creating like an energetic effect, like your auric field. See, once you see almost metaphysically the deeper parts of this, you see past the flesh. You see past what they call Maya, the illusion. Seeing your pure energy, your pure source energy being. So fuck lust, guys, man. Seriously, fuck lust. Once you're fully done with lust, you are taking your power back. You're coming back to life. You are coming from the dead, dude. We are here to raise the dead. We're here to just keep doing this, walking this path, and becoming more stronger, becoming more capable, stepping in our leadership skills, stepping in our communicative skills. It's like one match in the box lights the whole thing. All it takes is a single match to get lit, the whole box lights. We're going to be like jumper cables, man. So this is kind of just off the top. This is really just a free flow. You'll start to feel more spontaneous because you see the self doesn't really have all these rigid habits of I gotta do this, I gotta do that. You'll just know. You'll really just know. So just take some time to really, be yourself. Observe yourself, observe, the energies you're feeling, whatever you may be facing. Keep training, keep disciplining yourself, keep staying creative, keep transmuting that energy into productive outlets. Because we can't change the world in the snap of a finger, but what we can do is transform ourselves. This process of renewal, that's the best way I could describe it. God mode, man, this renewalness. Bringing all the dead stuff to the surface, shedding all those layers, shedding kind of that old skin, shedding kind of that old identity. So I want you guys to know your power. I want you guys to step into your power and fully slay lust. It's going to connect you straight to the universe. That is you. You don't exist outside of it. It's all within you. So I'm working on really doing this for you guys. Even when I feel like, I'm not going to lie, it doesn't matter how I feel. That's something that came across me. It's not always, don't let your feelings stop you, from your destiny. Don't let outside influence stop you. You know how powerful that shit is when like so-called other people, what everyone else is doing? Because that's hive mind shit. Let's keep it real. It's hive mind. Everyone's thinking the same, walking the same, doing the same way. You're going to start to be free from societal expectations. This illusory box, man, you can't limitate something infinite. You become fearless because you're forced to face all your fears. The more you retain, there's this purification aspect. So like I said, the pain, there's two sides to pain. One is for your demise and self-inflicted. The other is for your evolution and consciousness expansion. So be you, bro. Be who you really are. I want to see you make a channel. I want to see you put that song out, make that painting, Do what your soul is feeling. We kind of get caught up in, the day-to-day, rat race or whatever the hell this shit is. Man, I feel like there's a balance to it. There's a flow to it. To where you can be in the mundane, whatever it is, whatever you have to go through, man. That's what I'm starting to see, man. Whatever you have to go through as part of that kind of initiation to get to the glory, to get to the promised land, see what it's reflecting to you. I'm starting to feel like these more heightened psychic abilities to where like when I'm in the gym or anywhere, I feel like I can just like, you feel this. You like scan the room. Like you can look at someone, you can feel their thoughts, you can feel what they're experiencing. It's really trippy. This is why it's powerful to be connected with our higher selves, connected with our true self, to where your aura, this is what's happening. Your aura is literally like warping the reality around you and it's creating a positive effect. Like you're transmuting rooms. You're literally blowing the fucking roof off the place when you're stepping in. Just by that energy that you're starting to carry now. So it's a freedom. It's a freedom of the mind on a deep level. No more lust. But really we're headed towards divine union. We're headed towards that gnosis of what we've always been. Isn't it funny, guys? Like we forgot who we were and now we're kind of remembering who we are. We had to forget. We came in this bitch a little drunk, a little tipsy. It's almost like you're completely in amnesia. Like, who the fuck am I? I'm Billy Bob on Cherry Street. I'm just my name, form, and image, and all these experiences. But when you see the self, what you really are, no name, no form, no image, therefore no limitations. So this is the thing. Once you see through the illusion, you become the solution. Let me say that again. Once you start to see through the illusion, you become the solution itself. And there's nothing really to trip about. The ego is a funny motherfucker. It can use you, but also you can use it and blend it with your higher self. And it's like the only game being played is self-mastery. That's what I feel like this is all about. So use that pain that you're feeling, whatever the fuck it is that you're feeling, man, alchemize it. See, okay, what can I do with this to create some sort of positive influence? What work can I do within myself to be less of an asshole? To bring us together. That's what I said to someone. I was like, dude, it's only the illusion of separate. It's an optical illusion that we're all separate. So we're separate in the ego, but in spirit and essence, we're all one. We're all interconnected. So I advise you to stay on the path, man. Keep retaining. This is doing something to us, man. Like strength is getting insane. Going to the gym, it's almost like pleasurable. You're not in that, it's like, fuck, you're rebirthing. I don't miss that shit at all. Spilling my seed, dude. I felt like a fucking zombie. I was just smoking weed, and you come out you come out reborn completely. That's another thing in the Tao Te Ching that resonates. It's like, if you wish yourself to be reborn, let yourself die. I told myself, real shit, guys, I'm willing to die to who I'm not, to be reborn into what I am. So I could fully just transcend all these, misidentifications, misperceptions, misunderstandings. And I want to touch you guys on a heart-to-heart level and have real, genuine conversations. This is what this world needs. More genuine interaction. More of that sense of like, yo, you can really just shine. You can shine your light. You're safe to express. So that's kind of what's going to come up, past thoughts, deep childhood. Dude, it was coming up like lightning. Childhood things. Shit that I was like, whoa, where did that even come from? So the energy is starting to rise up the spine. It's starting to circulate through the chakra system. It's filtering through each chakra itself, and it's coming up for us to feel. So you're not going crazy. Nothing's wrong with you. This is actually all part of it. It's part of this metamorphosis. And knowing silence is power. When you can really, that's why I told you guys, don't forget this. No mind, no problem. No mind, no block. Because that was really the block this entire time. The ego, the mind, all the chatter. But once you can just like silence it, you're starting to see clearly. You're starting to see clearly. You're starting to see a lot clearer now. I know my ways are kind of unique. So the way that you bring your message, the way that you express yourself, man, everyone is supposed to have their own flavor to this shit. It's like a teacup, man. What type of spice, what type of blend are you putting in the cup? So your teacup's gonna be a little different than mine, but I like to give it a taste and I like to give it a little sample. So I feel like this is the cool part about it, is we all have an individual, unique, divine, cosmic expression that we can all freaking bring. This is what I feel like God created us all, an indirect fractal of God. You're not separate from God. You are God. That is disguised as this little human, this little popsicle suit dancing around and shit. So just know if you can face it, you can make it. I'm proud of you guys for real, for, staying on this path. You're going to intuitively be drawn to, taking better care of yourself. This is all just a side effect. You're going to take better care of yourself. You feel that confidence, you feel that momentum starting to build. You're more present. You're not thinking, you're in non-thought. You're not so identified with everything. And we're gonna get it in such a way where we can hit motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? Like literally Jesus Christ himself, bro, like an ascended master. Like this is what's in us, man. Where we can really just like walk up, really drop a gem on somebody, really completely change the trajectory of their experience. So once you see everyone as just a reflection of you, man, you see yourself in that. You feel that pain. That's what I was experiencing. I was like, dude, I'm becoming more sensitive to shit. Not in a bitch way, but like in a strength way. So like, okay, you're going through this. Here's a solution. Retain your seed. Go God mode. Don't count the days. Don't let your ego make you a puppet. Don't make your ego make you a slave no more. So it's trippy. It's been a little trippy to where like I feel like I'm literally dying to my old self. My old reality's like flipping upside down like Stranger Things. And I'm just allowing it. I'm not resisting. I'm literally just allowing the infinite possible possibilities to go underway. And I know a lot of us, man, chosen ones, you guys, bro. Who I'm talking to, the audience that I'm targeting, that's on this frequency, that resonates with this shit. Soul family. You've probably been through a lot of hell. Real shit. You've probably been through a lot of things. Born into different situations. You're like, what the fuck is going on? But I promise it's not that a break. I was in one of the most, guys, this is a living testimony. I was in such a dark environment. This is how the ego was. I was in this environment where I was like, dude, what the fuck? I'm in, like Marion, Ohio. But I was sent here. Some of us were sent on mission, like literally ground crew. But I knew I wasn't here to stay. I knew this was part of, you gain so much more evolution. Notice it. It's like an accelerated evolution and ascension when you're put in more uncomfortable situations because you're forced kind of by the universe. It's like pouring boiling water on you. So that pain of regret, man, there's nothing worse than wallowing in that shit. It's like a pig, you know what I mean? It's just like rolling around in the shit, rolling around in the mud. You don't have to. I just want everyone to be free. I want everyone to come back to their true nature, come back to their true self, and really just eradicate the illusion. That's kind of what's happening, man. Babylon is falling. Let's just keep it real. Like it's like we're glitching this shit out. We are literally glitching the fuck out of this stuff. That's why all of us have kind of felt this deep down. I'm kind of just another reflection of you kind of speaking, some of your deepest inner thoughts. So what you feel like no one understands, you're crazy, what you talking about, you know what I mean? Just shut it. It's like you're taking your mind back. It's like a thing from the Matrix, like free your mind, real shit. Because that's what hive mind is. It's the opposite of individualized free will. So that's the most powerful thing. That's what God Mode's gonna lead you to do. Is number one, it's gonna take you back to nature. It's gonna take you literally back to your true state, what it actually is. Not all these distortions, inverted, this egoic little like shiza show. I feel like I'm in a fucking idiocracy movie sometimes. Like, what the fuck is this? Because some of us are not really from here, man. I've always felt that, like a starseed, man. Like a fucking sent from another planet. And I just came to drop down here and say, hey, what's up? But I let go of the pride. Dude, I'm telling you, the beginning of my spiritual awakening, I was like, dude, I'm just Pleiadian, you know what I'm saying? Like, dude, who are you? I was all fucked up. I was all over the place. But that's part of the process. So you have to know what it's like to be a fool before you know what it's like to become wise. You have to know what it's like to be a slave before you know what it's like to be truly free. And mind you, you wrote the script. You're creating the movie. You're the writer, the director. The ego's the actor, but the soul's not a pretender. So you're the creator, man, of your experience. Everything's just gonna flow. It's not something you can kind of like rationalize type shit with the mind. It's gonna be more intuitive. It's gonna be more, you know, soul-based. You're gonna feel empowered. That's my intention, is to consciously empower you guys to step in your power. Eradicate lust fully. I mean, now that I'm in the gym, bro, I don't even look at women. I don't even feel like attracted to it, because we're just kind of like just a radar, dude. We're walking in, we're just like walking radars, walking lie detectors. I've been through it all. The gang stalk, I feel like I'm in a Truman Show. Went through that phase. I really did. You should have seen me, man. You see some of my older videos, I was probably in that state, but we're able to rebirth ourselves in every present moment. So this is where that inner alchemy comes in, that real transmutation comes in. Whatever it is that you're going through. So just keep walking the path. Keep doing it. I mean, what's better? I'd rather have vitality than a quick fucking nut. And just be like, oh, fuck. Dude, that's what I'm saying, guys. I was literally just in the gym. I'm just looking around. I'm like, dude, am I some like narcissistic society? I mean, what the fuck is up to everybody? You got the car, you got the clothes, you got the place. I mean, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? But what was really missing was our connection. Our connection to ourselves, our authentic selves. Not this distorted, inverted, perverted little ego mask. And that's why I've always felt, you know, just like Christ said, you know, Father, forgive them, for they don't know. I don't think we're here to really judge shit. Or we're here to just be a walking example. I mean, the haters are gonna come, dude. People are, because we're all mirrors. So think about it. You're a walking loud mirror, bro. Like a loud pack. Like, fuck. We're triggering people. I feel like, am I here to do that? Am I just here to trigger the fuck out of everybody? You know, to finally wake you the fuck up? It's hilarious. So when you can fucking slice through all that fear, slice through all that illusion, slice through all that distortion, you can fully speak your mind, bro. You can really just, you're cool with being yourself. This is what this whole retention, this is the longest streak I've been, this is the longest I've gone, man, and this is what happens when you fully commit, when you fully decide, like, I'm not looking back. We are not going back, we're only going up. But a tree's roots must first reach hell before they reach heaven. And that's the highest level of alchemy, is knowing that the kingdom of heaven is really within you. So that's where that saying came from, man. Thank God. What you think you're without is really within. See the paradox. What you think you're without is really within you. There's no struggle in being who you are. All that struggle and stress, all this extra shit, was in maintaining that false persona, maintaining that false mask that you secretly never wanted to wear. So we're not chasing shit. We're really magnetically drawing it to us just by flowing. The beingness and the doingness and the blend between the two. So when you fall in love with yourself, it's gonna be easier to fall in love with everything in your reality. You're gonna stop, because it's a mirror. That's what I realized. Like, the way we experience our lives, our experience, you know, is just a reflection of our own inner selves, as within, so without. And breathing. Man, a lot of us forget to breathe. So basic shit is just, let me just stop fucking around. You're good. All you gotta do is just keep staying disciplined, keep slaying lust, keep staying on God mode. It's starting to rain a little bit, but that's fine. You're gonna be introduced to how strong, just like that saying, you don't know how strong you are till you have no choice but to be strong. That's where you find yourself. It's in that moment where, like, this is do or die, fucking sink or swim. Fuck, you know, we have to do this. But don't put the pressure on yourself while you're in it, man. Flow with it. On this whole journey of fitness and discipline, man, it's like that pain is just a sensation within our consciousness. You can kind of detach and see that pain is really growth. So put yourself out there, bro. Put yourself out there. You will not regret it. Be authentic as hell. Be raw. Be real. Don't be afraid to be vulnerable, man. A real warrior is gonna have a strong sense of vulnerability. Just know who you are. Unconditional love to you guys. It's starting to pick up out here. But yeah, that I could really just give a message, man. I'm gonna stay consistent with you guys. That's the key, man. Show up every day. Show up for you. Show up for God. Show up for your purpose. Meditate on this. Let God mode transform you. Let it clean you from the inside out. Let it purge all that bullshit. Just like the rain. Speaking of rain, you gotta wash away the old shit. Speaking of the rain, the storms and the rain, man, they're be no life without it. It gives life to the grass. To see the paradox, you gotta know the rain to know the sunshine. You gotta know the storms to know the peace. So don't be afraid of the storms, bro. Don't be afraid of, other people's negativity and shit, other people's projections, what they say, what they think. It's like extract yourself out of that and just stay connected. All you gotta do is just stay tapped in, tuned in, and really in that equilibrium. God knows it's gonna shift your life. It's gonna transform it. We just have to keep staying on this path. Everything else is gonna flow naturally. The ego is going to want to know what's going to be next, what's the next step. You know what I'm saying? Where's this going to go? Where's this going to come? It'll come to you in divine timing. Always trust in divine orchestration, man. Trust your ability. You don't have to judge yourself no more. You don't have to like walk around with this like, cause I felt that shit. I was like, dude, I'm done. It's only until you get to that breaking moment, to that tower where you're like, dude, I'm fucking done. I'm done walking around with this dark cloud around me. I'm done walking around with, all these just things from the past. So that's what I'm saying. I'd rather die to who I'm not than to who I am. The mighty I am. You are the mighty one. So know that your vision, everything's within you. Just come out in nature. When I like to just go on solo walks and just connect to God. Connect with myself. Because you'll see that yourself is nature. Nature is yourself. So what better way to get connected? But let's get to a point of self-mastery where we can do it anywhere, any place. It has to be like some drop squad shit, like any place, anywhere, any environment, any location, any terrain. We're gonna master ourselves in it. So whatever it is you're going through, master yourself in that shit. Become stronger from it. At some of my weakest moments, man, when I really felt down, like, fuck, this is what I do. I would alchemize and just really feel, because your sensitivities are increasing. I've always been like this. Feeling so sensitive to all the negativity, low frequency, all this other shit, in the cities, oh, fuck. I would alchemize and take that energy that I was feeling being projected onto me, or just shit that I was picking up around me, because as your aura, as your field expands, you start to pick up on things. So it's key to know how to transmute and alchemize it instantly. Alchemize that energy instantly, shift that energy instantly. Whatever it is you gotta do. If you're sitting inside too long, get outside, shift the pattern recognition. Go for a walk, do something, move the energy. Just keep that energy flowing and do not become too idle. That's something that I've realized on SR God. Don't become too idle. Don't let stagnancy come in, complacency come in. You're gonna have to just come face to face with your old inner bitch. That's what I'm seeing. You're gonna have to come face to face with it. You're gonna have to look the final demon, the final boss, whatever this is, and just look at it in the face and do not fucking flinch. Let's get to such a place of a fucking bulletproof aura, man. We're like, you can walk anywhere, you're unfazed, because you know who you are. You know who you're connected to. You know who you really are. So let's take off the false identity that society gave to you, and let's unlearn all this bullshit. And this whole path is gonna it's just gonna bless that. It's gonna be like the cherry on top. All this other stuff that happens in the physical is really just a reflection of what's going on internally, your own vibration, your frequency. So know what you're emitting is what you're getting. If you're conscious of what you're emanating, with your own vibration, you're gonna be conscious of what you're receiving. So it's like input, output, input, output. Know what you're putting out. Just keep your heart pure, man. Walk with that full armor on. Keep your intentions pure. Gain some perspective. Most importantly, sometimes you have to just kind of detach from your situation and gain a bird's eye perspective and start to kind of see it clearly. So unconditional love, because you can't. That's really what you are at the core, man. Like that's way back when I did, ayahuasca, all this other shit. It just happened in divine timing, and that's what I told Mother. I was like, yo, what does unconditional love feel like? And then it came over me. This is my message from the plants to tell you guys from that experience. I'll never forget. But it showed me that unconditional love is what we really are. So let's step in our divine masculinity. Let's step in our power kings. Let's do this shit. We're the leaders, man. We are the ones do this. This world is crying out for us. Real shit. It's crying out for us to step in our true selves. It's crying out for us to step up, man up, suit the fuck up, get ready, and just do what we came here to do. Be a vessel, man. Be a vessel. But the cleaning process is gonna be a little rough. The purging, just like a detox, the shit's a little messy. So embrace it. Eternal embrace. Love you guys, man. Stay on the path. God mode shit. Let's go. Let's keep going. Peace, family.